Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to Sim UK. Marineverse Sailing Club is a VR and non-VR sailing game which can actually teach you how to sail.
Yes! You are sailing!
I've been following this game since before release, and it released on the 24th of April 2024. And it has been evolving and growing and improving consistently. It's on sale right now, and it's only £8.37, reduced from £33.50, and that is an absolute bargain. Now, if you've got VR headsets, and you want to learn how to sail, or you already know how to sail, and you just want to maybe get some practice in before you go back out there, this is the perfect game for you. It has extremely high levels of realism, but it's not 100% fully fledged hardcore simulator yet. If you don't have a VR headset, you can play using a keyboard and mouse or a controller, but having tried it, I must say it's less intuitive, far less intuitive, as it would be not being in VR. And there are still some issues and things that need to be ironed out, I think, in that department. So, Marineverse in VR is mostly what I'm going to be talking about here. And the amount of content that you get in this game is incredible. There are excellent instructional support based tutorials, and it's very beginner friendly. And literally, I taught my wife how to sail on this game yesterday. It took me just a few minutes, and then I left her to her own devices to sail around and get used to it and stuff. And she has learnt so much in just half an hour of playing this game. She's learnt about realistic wind, how to trim the sails, how to handle the boat, what it means when the wind is against you and you're in irons. Really important stuff. She's also learnt about sail balance, which can make your boat sort of steer off to the port or starboard side if your sails are not balanced correctly. All of that is in this game, and essentially the tutorials, although I think they're a bit long-winded, unnecessarily so, they are really putting huge amounts of effort on trying to teach people, new people, complete beginners, how to sail. And 100% it does that, right through from dinghies up to sailboats and yachts. And I think there's even a couple of hydrofoil type boats in the game now. That's something I'm not particularly interested in. I like watching it, but it's not something I want to do personally. There's relax mode where you can just go out and do what you want. There's an ocean mode where they warn you that you might get seasick, but I didn't find it too bad at all. There's a community behind it, friendly, non-judgmental, excellent place for learning, a really good learning environment. There are some cons. Some of the controls are inconsistent. I found that I'm not sure if the computer is trying to take control of the sheets, the main sheet and the jib sheet, so that you can't have full control over them, or whether it's just not getting the input from the controllers. I don't know what it is, but I'm hoping, based on the information that's in the game, that they're going to make this game even more realistic. I'm thinking halyards, which is how you raise a sail. I'm thinking adjustment of sheets and jibs, and possibly even different sails for different wind conditions. It would be wonderful if that were true.
Ahoy! Let's mainsail. Well done. Daggerboard. Boom. Delight. Tiller. This is a yacht. A fast racing boat with 2 sails. A bit harder than the dinghy.
I also had a few frustrations with the menus, and it really pushes you to sign up and sign in, which I understand the benefits of doing that, but it kind of limits where you can go in the game until you've done that. And I just found that a bit unnecessarily frustrating because it forced me to exit the game, do the email login thing, and then log back into the game before it would open up certain elements of the game. And I just don't think new people want that kind of harassment. You should leave it there as a hanging fruit. Say multiplayer is available if you sign in, but everything else is available straight away. That's my personal opinion. I would do it. I had some issues in terms of performance. Nothing really severe. I didn't feel nauseous or anything like that. So we were presumably averaging sort of 90 frames per second. But every now and then it would drop a little bit. Now this is something that may be related to my laptop the cable that connects my VR headset to the game, or the game itself. It's very difficult to tell. So I have ordered a different cable, a USB-C to USB-C, and see if I can't get the speeds up where they need to be. Having said that, if I play Oculus Quest games via the link cable, they are literally faultless. There's no issues with those at all. So maybe there's some sort of performance issue with this game that I need to sort of tweak my graphics settings for my particular laptop, something like that. I did find all the arrows and the pointers and the numbers and everything that was over the race. I tried to do a couple of races. I found that really confusing. Maybe it's because of the long drawn out information that comes with the game, or maybe it's
next racing marker 3.
Maybe the information that's provided is incorrect, instructing you to go to number 1 first instead of through the start gate. I don't know. I just found it a bit confusing, and I know how to race around the track in sailing terms, so heaven forbid a newbie come in and to see all these arrows and things everywhere. It's just incredibly frustrating. I would highly recommend they change that and literally just have an arrow where you're supposed to be going.
Sail to
and
the
then when
finish
you've gone over that marker, put the next arrow in. I don't think it's necessary to have all this stuff. To be fair, all the information I actually needed was on my compass, but that wasn't brilliantly explained to me. Maybe because I'm skipping a lot of the tutorials because it's all it's all aimed very much at beginners, and I kind of know what I'm doing, so I just wanted to get into the sailing element. Having said that, when you're in VR, the tactile hands-on, literally grabbing the winch handle and winching the sails in, feels absolutely on the money. That's really great. It's just a shame you can't walk around the boat. Or at least I couldn't figure out how to walk around the boat. And sort of, really be a solo sailor, or in multiplayer co-op, being able to just walk around the boat and stuff. But this game is still in development. There's more to come. I haven't seen the roadmap. I would love to see the roadmap. I'd love to know what direction this game is going in. But I have to say, when the game launched, I did feel like it was lacking in a number of areas, and I didn't put a review out then. And I've come back to it a year later, and I am so impressed. And if they can put another year's development into this and add all the extra sheets and have it fully simulation, so you get onto a boat and all the sails are down, and you've got to raise the sails up, you've got to get yourself into the wind, or out of irons, so to speak. I would love to see that. Anchor dropping, setting the anchor, man overboard stuff. There's so much more could be done for this. And I'm not saying they're going to do that, but these are the things I would love to see. Even if they don't bring those things in, this is a superb tool for teaching beginners how to sail. My other half and I have a boat. We're going to take it out for the first time, hopefully in a couple of weeks' time. And she's, understandably nervous and anxious about how things work, which rope to pull, and so on and so forth. This is the perfect way for us to get together in multiplayer and sort of communicate, learn how to communicate, learn what the names of the ropes are, so that she understands what she's doing and why she's doing it. All that kind of good stuff. And we can swap roles. You can take over the helm, and I can pull in the sheets. It's just it's a superb opportunity, and it works really well. I'm really so impressed with this game, and I just wanted to get a review out there as quickly as possible, because whilst it's £8, you can get yourself an absolute bargain. This game is definitely worth more than that. And, like I say, if they do put a year's worth of development in and add some of these things that I mentioned, then, wow, this is going to be such a good game. There are some issues when using a controller. You can't rebind your keys, even though there's an option there to do it. When you do it, it doesn't seem to change anything. So there's a bug there. I've highlighted that to the developer. I'm sure they'll fix that. And, I just think, personally, there's a few things I would do differently to make it more user-friendly, to make it more realistic. But fundamentally, I think it's on the money. It really has impressed me. All the most important things are there. They've even got quite a few videos for other as yet not included features like docking and things like that. And Yeah, I'm just so impressed. It's really evolved very nicely, and it's
The point of
a
sail
great
is a
tool if
sailboat
you're
direction
interested
of
in
travel
sailing at all
under
and you have a
sail in
VR headset.
relation to the true
This
wind
would be
direction
a
over the
superb
surface.
investment
The
for
different
£8.
points of sail
For
and no-go
£8,
zone,
what a great
close haul,
investment this would be for
reaching
£8.
and running downwind.
At £33,
How you adjust
okay.
your sails
I
depends
think
on your current
personally,
point of sail.
I would like to see a fully simulated boat where I can walk around, raise the halyards, lower the anchor, all that kind of good stuff. At that point, I would definitely say £33 is a reasonable price. We'll see how the game continues to develop. But right now, whilst the sale is on, £8, absolute bargain. And
When the
to be
front of
honest
the
with you, the
sailboat is
more
pointed
people we
towards the
have
wind direction,
in the
the boat
game,
is in
the
the
more
no-go
races
zone.
can be held, and the
When the
more sort of
sailboat is in the no-go
community-based
zone, it won't sail.
improvements can be recommended, suggested, and talked about. So yeah, please hit the like button, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and till next time, take care. Goodbye for now.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy.